All right, be honest with me. How often do you produce content or write a blog post or do some sort of short video and you sort of have this crisis of confidence thinking, I'm not going to share it because it's not the best. It's not as good as so-and-so's. Or you release it, but you're worried the whole time because you don't think it's up to snuff. Well, let's discuss. Welcome to Legal Marketing Minutes, where I share short bursts of current marketing news and advice. I'm your host, Nancy Myrland. If we haven't met, I'm a marketing, business development, content, social, and digital media speaker, trainer, and advisor for lawyers and legal marketers. Your time is very valuable, so let's get started, okay? Well, I suffer from that all the time. I think, oh my gosh, was that as good as it could have been? Or is somebody else in my space, and that's relative, isn't it? Somebody else in my space producing something that is so much better. And so I worry that no one will listen. And I have a feeling you've had those same feelings, haven't you? Well, I just want to share 3 really quick thoughts with you today that maybe will help both of us get past that, what I will call crisis of confidence. And maybe it's a mini crisis. I don't mean for it to sound so drastic. But the first is by someone I just love dearly and respect, Andy Crestodina. Andy is the owner of Orbit Studios, Orbit Media, and he is not only one of the smartest people I know, he's one of the nicest people I know. I got a chance to spend time with him recently at Social Media Marketing World, and I treasured every second of it again because I think he's one of the nicest people I've ever met. I wrote this down a long time ago because it resonated with me. And Andy said the New York Times bestseller list isn't the best books, it's the best selling books. Now think about those. There's a very distinct difference there. Who decides that something is the best book or not? Well, you and I decide if we are the readers or the listeners, because we have so many people listening on Audible and other devices these days or other platforms these days. So don't think that your content has to be better than the entire world's content for it to be worthy, all right? It's the best selling. So what does that mean? That means that you have a job of marketing your content to do. And if you can do that better than someone else, then your content is going to be content that will win in your space. The second is by Garrett. He's the founder of CoSchedule. And he said, create awesome stuff, then never shut up about it. And really, that's the same theme, right? You create awesome stuff and stuff. What is stuff? Stuff is anything that you happen to be producing, whether it's a blog post, it's a podcast, it's an Alexa flash briefing, it's a video, it's an Instagram story, it's a Facebook story, it's a Facebook update, it's a LinkedIn update, whatever it might be. And there's, I could have listed 10 more. Whatever it might be, create awesome that, and then don't shut up about it. Don't be obnoxious. And there are really good ways to market, and there are obnoxious ways to market. And there is that fine line, and we can talk about that later if you want, or I'm happy to help you with that. But create it and then don't shut up about it. And that leads into the third quote, and it's by me. And you may have heard me say this many times, in fact, one on a recent broadcast, and that's that you have to market your marketing. And that really, the first 2 quotes by Andy and Garrett really can be summarized in that way, that all of these things that we do are marketing. We don't do them because they are our hobby, right? I mean, if they are, that's nice. They can be enjoyable, or for some of you, they might be drudgery because you don't enjoy it. I hope you enjoy it. If not, let's talk, because part of my job is to make these things not so painful and to make the complex simple. But you have to market your marketing. We have to let people know what we've done and where it is so that we are easy to find. And all of this really is geared toward building your brand. And it's important that you are sharing your knowledge freely and being genuinely helpful. So that, quote, awesome stuff that Garrett talked about, it's awesome not because it's just touting what you do, but it's important because you're sharing your knowledge freely and being genuinely helpful. You may be giving people some tips about how to do something. You're not giving away the store. You are just being genuinely helpful and giving them some suggestions, right? And people will find that valuable. That's the best way for people to find out about you, isn't it? By being really helpful and by providing advice and your knowledge, you don't, again, don't give it all away, but give a lot of it away, because people usually come back and say, you know what, I need your help. I don't know what steps to do that in. Or didn't you talk about this at one time? I think we might be ready for some help. But you know what? Don't even worry about that right now. Just worry about being valuable and helpful. All right? But don't forget, it's not the best content that wins. It's the best promotion of your content. And again, like Andy said, it's not New York Times bestseller list. Those are not the best books. They are the best selling books. All right. Well, that's it for today's Legal Marketing Minutes. Do me a favor and let me know about your thoughts about this topic. Do you ever have that crisis of confidence? And do you think these thoughts, these quotes from Andy and Garrett would be helpful to you? Or why don't you share yours as well? Because I think it's all helpful to everybody that's watching this. If you're listening on a platform where you can leave a comment, please do so, as I'd love to hear from you. If not, you can always find me on my blog at myrlandmarketing.com, and that's MYRLAND marketing.com. Also, if you're connected to the legal profession, I invite you to join my Facebook group where we discuss marketing, business development, content, social, and digital media. And you can find that by searching Facebook for Social Media for Lawyers and Legal Marketers with Nancy Myrland. Again, Social Media for Lawyers and Legal Marketers with Nancy Myrland. When you do, just let me know this is how you found out about the group. Well, thank you so much for spending a few legal marketing minutes with me. I know your time is valuable, so I appreciate you spending a few of them right here with me. Until next time, I'm Nancy Myrland. Take care.